Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we've got a new Valence boss monster. It is, of course, a fusion pendulum monster. This archetype needs help, but I will say this, the new spell card that's coming in Darkwing Blast is a really big connection piece for their engine. It connects things that weren't otherwise connected, which is really nice. It makes the engine feel more fluid, which is great, and it also makes them a little bit more powerful at the same time. That being said, they still have their restrictions, which does hurt their ability to be splashed with other pendulum archetypes, which is definitely a problem for them as far as like becoming more competitive, because the best pendulum decks we've ever seen is when like different pendulum engines are all splashed together, because the mechanic can work so well with within different archetypes. But we'll see how this guy goes. They definitely don't have like a legit win condition in their own archetype, other side from just making like generic boss monsters. But yeah, let's see what we got. This is Valence of the Wireframe Abyss, Arctis 12. That's Arctis 12, I believe. Exis 12, yeah, or Exis 10. So I believe that's 12. This is a level 12 Earth Fairy Fusion Pendulum Effect monster. Whew. 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense, so pretty big. Scale is also 12, which is huge. Not that matters that much, to be honest, but yeah. All right, here we go. For his pendulum effect, you can only use You can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. You can activate one of these effects. Either special summon this card to your main monster zone in its same column, or move one monster in your main monster zone to an adjacent horizontal monster zone. So pretty cool. The pendulum extra deck monsters are kind of, though, annoying to like even get in the scale in the first place, because one of your scales needs to be open. They need to be like destroyed or removed from the field in a certain way, usually while you have an open scale, to be able to place them there. Usually for extra deck pendulum monsters, the pendulum effect doesn't come up all that often, unless we got particular monsters that like put themselves in the scale much easier, but I don't think this is one of those. But cool. I mean, just basic stuff, basic like Valence stuff here, moving their zones as well as summoning himself back out, which is pretty cool. Here we go, though. Main thing, 2 level 5 or higher Valence monsters are the material requirements for this card. This face down card in the extra deck must first be special summoned by tributing the above card. So that's pretty cool as well. We do not need to fusion summon at all. We can actually just contact fuse this out, essentially. But it does take 2 level 5 or higher Valence, which is not terrible, but not great. Kind of wish this just took any 2 Valence, because the best Valence monsters, let's be honest, are the level 4 lowers. The higher level ones are actually just not that great overall. Maybe this card existing means you have to play them. They should be fairly easily searchable to get out, but that's fine, I guess. It is what it is. Here we go. For his first effect, it's a quick effect where you can switch the locations of 2 monsters in your main monster zone or 2 monsters in your opponent's main monster zone. Very interesting how this works, because it is, I believe, it has to be 2 monsters in your zone and 2 monsters in your opponent's zone, respectively. You cannot switch between them, so it's not like you can switch a monster you control with an opponent's monster, which would have made this even more powerful, but it's okay. I don't love that you have to wait for your opponent to put 2 monsters on field. There are definitely decks in the game that can do stuff with only 1 monster on the field. Like, imagine like Sky Strikers. Like, Sky Strikers will just run right through this card because he can't do anything. So yeah, that's kind of like tough. But okay, it gives you quick move, and like some of the other Valence cards as well. I think some of them give you like removal effects when they're moved, so kind of getting an extra interruption there could be useful if you set it up. And the second effect, if a card or cards in the monster zone moves to another monster zone, you can destroy 1 card on the field. So the cool thing here is that this first effect is triggering the second effect to just get a straight up pop. This is a non-targeting pop, which is pretty good, but destruction is one of the weaker forms of removal in the game, arguably the weakest, actually. Depending on the scenario, like bouncing can be worse, but popping, a lot of stuff floats on destruction, and anything with graveyard effects is going to get there, so meh. But still a disruption all the same. I don't think this is bad. I'm still going to sit here and I'm going to question how easy is it to make this card. I'd have to see combo lines. I'd have to see how the rest of the Valence stuff can pump this card out, and then we'd have to look at it from there. But until I see that, I can't really feel that convinced by this card, because I don't think it's that oppressive of a boss monster. But I do think if it's super easy to get out, I might sit there and go, okay, yeah, that works. And like, to be fair, you're tributing the monster. So you're going to tribute 2 level 5 or higher Valence. They're both going to go to the extra deck, and you're just going to be able to pen summon them back out again next turn anyway. So it's really not that bad, all things considered. So yeah, I'm here for it. For the you know, all things considered, I think it'll work out at the end of the day. But yeah, just gonna have to mess around with it and see if it actually comes up as much as you would want it to. But yeah, so yeah, that's the only card we really have for today. We're still set for like 35 more cards for the set in the next 12 days, I think, until the set comes out in the OCG. So definitely gonna get a lot of reveals here down the line. Hopefully we just see more big support stuff. One more thing to mention though, this is a, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the deck build pack, what this one was called, but whatever. This came in a deck build pack with Labyrinth and Runic. All 3 of these archetypes got 1 card in Darkwing Blast. This is the first archetype to get a card in Photon Hypernova. So hopefully this also means we're going to get another Labyrinth card at least, and another Runic card. We'll see. Runic is the one that's like floating more around competitive play. So that one I think is like, even if they get one, we kind of saw it in Darkwing Blast 2. The new monster they got is like fine, but it's not really doing a ton to like push them to the next level, which is probably good. They're already seeing like a really good generic engine that's like making it like moves in the metagame. So that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go crazy with that one. But Labyrinth, you guys know I'm a big fan of Labyrinth, so I'll definitely keep my eyes open on a new Labyrinth card potentially, and obviously I'll keep you updated as soon as anything drops. But I'm out of here for today. Thank you so much for watching as always. Let me know your thoughts on this card if you are a fan of Valence. I thought they were cool, but I still don't know if I've seen enough from them to really believe that the deck's going to be able to do enough, or at least like, I don't know, I think there's just a couple problems. Like, it doesn't work with other Pendulum archetypes as well as you'd want it to. Consistency, as well as power at times, like wondering if the deck's going to be powerful enough, especially without Electromite. This deck could actually be a lot more interesting with Electromite, because they're actually pretty good at getting 2 Pendulum monsters on field prior to not only normal summon, but also prior to Pendulum summon. So, I don't know. Some pretty cool stuff there, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace.